Assassin's Creed Origins. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, let's play some Rayman now that we're actually showing it and such. You guys can hear it, right? It might be a little quiet. I can turn it up if need to. But we were currently doing some like Origins levels because I need 400 things in order to do this last one, which is the last like world section. So I still need 400, but we are halfway there pretty much. So let's just go back. Oh, Heroes Gallery. Did I get anything in the Heroes Gallery? What is this? Sure, I can switch it up a little bit. It's fine. The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole. I love that so much. Yeah, bye, freaky monkey. Thank you for stopping by. Oh yeah, we want to go to the Origins levels to gather some of these blue thingies. I don't know what they're called. I feel really bad, but I don't know what they're called. Do you know what they're called? I don't know what they're called. The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole. We're basically saving these honeys. That's literally what's happening right now. Let me just say, I love your chat environment. It's a lovely community you're creating. Thank you. I would say we're creating it. It really does mean a lot to me to hear that from you. Because it's like, it's what I've been wanting to do, honestly. It's like, I've been wanting to like build, a good little community where, not a little community, we're building a community, period. That is, you know, I try to make it, you know, nice, and sometimes we have some fun, sometimes we're stupid, but I wanna build a lovely community so that we can, you know, we can all have a good time here. So I'm glad you see that. That really does mean a lot to me. Did my dad call me? Literally, not at all. That was my neighbor calling someone else. But it sounded like my dad for some reason. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, hello. Can you hear the game well? Do I need to turn it up a little bit? The light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. I feel like it's a little quiet. I don't know. I used to stream, but I made some mistakes and my community was not the best, so I know how hard it is to do it. Aw, you can always, you know, redeem yourself from your mistakes. Oh shit. I did not mean for that to be a thing. Also, did not know you could do that. But yeah, there's always a chance to build it. Like, honestly, I've been doing this for like 2 years. And it's basically like only recently I've been more hands-on when it comes to being like, no guys, here's what we're not gonna do. You know what I mean? So like, it's just now that I've been really, honestly, more recently that I've been more active on being like, you know what guys, I don't approve of this behavior, that behavior. And I'm just not afraid to call people out if I need to, because if it's something that I don't want to see as a community, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's definitely something that you learn as you go. I don't feel like you should feel discouraged from streaming because of it. Because, you know, none of us have like all the answers. Especially when we, you know, it's hard. Especially this is a live situation. It's not like you can like really script anything. I mean, you can to a certain degree, but, you know, there's only so much you can plan on a live situation. I stopped due to the lack of time, but I'm thinking of coming back this time to do it right. Yeah, that's the attitude. I approve, yes. If you have enough time, and if it's something you can do and you would like to do, I definitely recommend it. And sometimes it's also a matter of finding the right people, too. Because sometimes, like, you know, some people may not have... I don't know. You're basically the people you surround yourself with. So, like, you know, sometimes you just don't know... Sometimes you just don't know any better. And you just hang out with, I don't know, like, a group of people that act a certain way or stream a certain way. And you don't know any better. So you just think that's how it is. But yeah, have you ever been bullied? Ooh, going real personal. No, but I have, yeah. I mean, honestly, with me, I think I would say I have. It wasn't as awful or as crazy as I've seen a lot of people that went through bullying. But it was definitely not, you know, lovely. It was definitely not, you know, fun. But it was, yeah, it was a thing. It wasn't honestly a thing where, like, I was afraid of going to school. I mean, well, in middle school, kind of, because there were some people who were very... Basically, they didn't really have a limit on age for a while, so, like, people just kept repeating years, and they were, like, complete assholes. And they were, like, way older than us, so they could easily intimidate us, so it was really intimidating. Middle school was really intimidating. But then everything kind of turned when they found out who my brother is. And my brother was kind of like apparently kind of a bully in school. So like they knew him. So like even if they didn't necessarily respect me, they knew of my brother. And they were like, and they wouldn't make fun of me. Basically, I guess one of the most prominent, I guess, not bullies necessarily, but bad guys in school, basically... I guess knew my brother, and me and my brother are 8 years apart from each other, so that tells you how many times some of these people were failing and, like, you know, staying in the same class and whatever. But yeah, hi Sila, enjoy your lurk. Hi Kenneth, thank you for the host. Hello. Yeah, but honestly, it was just very intimidating. But bullying is just a thing that happens, and sometimes I guess you're like, oh, I don't know if that counts as bullying. Like if someone is actively like intimidating you or going after you for something or making fun of you, like in front of your friends or in front of people or whatever, I would say that's bullying. You're welcome. Hair looking good. I know. I'm so proud of my hair. I was like, fuck, you did that, bitch. Like I was just talking about it earlier. I was like, damn, girl, you did that. My hair looks right today. I approve. So thank you for noticing. Dude, my school is trash. They're so childish. They bully me because of my voice, my height, and my ears. Honestly, people bully out of insecurity. That's one thing that I learned and that I kind of... and it's something that happens in the adult world as well. people basically, I mean, you clearly see it when people come in and not bully me, but they are, you know, kind of, I guess, the trolls and such. Um, it's basically out of insecurity. So that's what one thing that you have to realize. It's basically people that aren't confident about themselves or don't love themselves to a certain degree. And they want you to feel the same as them. It's literally that. You're literally like triggering some aspect of them because if they see you slightly if they see you slightly being like happy, if they see you smiling or whatever, they'll be like, oh, how dare, like in their brain they're like, how dare they smile, let me make them feel as miserable as me. So that's something you have to keep in mind. It's not like, don't, you know, don't be nice to them because of that. Oh, Martimus, be careful with the dots. I will read your message, you don't have to post it again. That's funny. I watched a video once about how to counter verbal bullying, and the trick was to agree with them, kind of. Like, bully, you're ugly. Yeah, maybe, that's okay, though. It takes the fun out of it, of the bullying, if you agree. I would do that. I love how you, that added, yeah, I know, right? I mean, you're trying to get, like, the grammar in, but the bot is like, no. No, but I kind of would do that. In high school, that's how I kind of did that. They weren't, like, I wouldn't say they were bullies necessarily. It was one of those things that, like, basically in my class, in order for you to not get made fun of, you had to make fun of someone first or whatever. Or, but I don't know. I feel like I was, in a way, their target because I was, like, the weakest link in a way. But, like, it was never, honestly, horrible. Like, in high school, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't bad at all. It was kind of bad sometimes. It was kind of embarrassing sometimes. But honestly, I honestly didn't really feel a lot of malice to it. It didn't feel like, I don't know, it all felt like it was not necessarily in good fun. But, you know, sometimes, I guess, they were mean. But people would call them out on it. And I would be like, whatever, like, I don't give a shit. But basically, it would be stuff like that. Like, if someone were to, like, say something about me, I would be like, yeah, I know, like, what's your point, though? Like, and? Like, uh-huh. Or, like, I would say the same thing about them, you know what I mean? I would be like, so are you, though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But it's hard to do that, and you definitely don't have to do that. I feel like, one portion of it is ignoring, but ignoring can be very hard. Because some of those bullies, they will see you ignoring them as a challenge. So be careful with that too. It honestly depends on the type of bully and the type of person. Oh, fuck me. I couldn't see anything for a second. But honestly, it would depend on the person. Like, some of them don't really react well, like, when you're a smartass. So I would be mindful of that. Like, some of them get angry and, like, they would hate you if you do something like that. So it honestly depends on the person. But usually I agree. Like, if you stand up for yourself, or, like, if you're someone who will not take any shit or whatever, it takes the fun out of them bullying you. So, like, they will not do it as often. But it honestly depends on the person. There's some people that, like, ignoring them works. There's some of them that ignoring does not work at all. And they're like, they will work even harder to get your attention. So it really depends on the person. But you just have to know that no matter what they're saying or whatever, it's nothing about you. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. There's literally nothing wrong with you. That's the thing. Like, if anything, there's something wrong with them that they want to make you feel like shit. You know what I mean? Because they literally want to make you feel the way that they're feeling inside. That's why people are mean. That's why people are assholes. That's why people are bullies, whatever. It's because they literally want to make other people feel the way that they're feeling inside. Which is why some people usually say like, "Oh, don't combat hate with hate," because it's true. You're just harboring more of it. Depending on the person, I would be like, "Wow, that's very creative. That definitely never heard that before." I was like, "Didn't you say that the other day though? Like, aren't you like tired of saying the same thing?" Like, I would, it would depend on the person. But in middle school, I was definitely not that confident. It would depend on the person, honestly. If I'm gonna be very completely honest. Oh my god, fuck. That bitch just came for me. The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole. Oh, I see. Do you guys understand? Like, if there's no light, these bitches come for me very aggressively. Ooh, let's not say the R word. There was once, let's say a bad professor, a dumb professor. Let's not say that word. That told me I was in the wrong school. What do you mean in the wrong school? Like they were calling you dumb or something? Like what? Popey, thank you so much for the auto host. Hi, Valley. That hug, that twerk hug. Valley, have you heard Ari's new song with Nicki? The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole. I love it so much. Oh shit on my dreams. Yes, it's so good. I know, it's so good. It's like different and unexpected, and that's what I love about it. I even said it like it gives me K-pop vibes because it's like you don't know where the song is going at all. It's like very unexpected and very like, I don't know, like it's like you expect something because of Side to Side, and then they were like, nope, not that. I'm obsessed. I've been saying it. That one line, I've been saying it over and over again. The light is coming. I love how she says it. It's so good. It's so infectious and sassy. I love it. The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole. We just have to follow this, honey, because she doesn't attack me, to be honest. The problem is when they bully me and I got hurt and then I start fighting with them, then the teachers would say, "Why did you do that?" And I'll be like, "How the hell would you not stand up for myself?" I can understand that because it's easier if you just step away from the situation and not fight them. Because even in the adult world, people are gonna come for you, but you can't just like fist fight people. You know what I mean? Like you can't just like fight back. You can't just like fight people. You can, but you can also like get in trouble legally for fighting people. So I would say it's a good training. Like school is like being a good training for that. They're like, no, don't fight back. Just like report them and let the adults take care of it, which is, a good way to approach it. But sometimes a bitch just gotta get punched to know they're crossing the line. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like advocate and I don't really promote violence. But sometimes a bitch needs to get slapped to know that she's crossing the line. I was in high school and he was basically saying I couldn't be there because I was too short to be in high school. What the fuck? What kind of teacher would say that? That's so mean. Was he saying it in like a joking manner or was he being like an asshole? Either way, I guess it's not really acceptable for a teacher to say something like that. I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, were they joking? But like, I guess like, especially when you're younger, it's like, wow, way to make me feel insecure about it. Even more, bitch. Like, thanks. Thanks a lot. Adults never take care of it though. That's not true. Depends on the school, depends on the situation. If like I would agree in the sense of like, you know, if someone does something to you in school, if anything they get suspended or they get in trouble or whatever, but I mean, no, it gets to a point where they could eventually get expelled and everything, but you know, my point as well is that teachers can only do so much, you know what I mean? But I don't know. You don't, there's nothing to be lost in you reaching out to an adult though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, worst comes to worst, you can try and reach out to your parents and try and get them to move you to a different school if that's a possibility. That teacher is stupid. I'm 4'11", yeah. And I took, and I was told I'm in middle school still yet. I'm a college graduate who's married. Height doesn't mean anything. They do. I had great teachers and adults who dealt with bullies through my out of my life. Even if I wasn't the one being bullied, I saw adults and teachers take action. Yeah. No school ever sided with me. They told people off, including me, for defending myself, but they'd still do stuff and laughed it off. I mean, they can't really control how the other people react. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's difficult, but if you report them enough times, it could happen. But like I said, it does depend on the school. Sometimes schools just don't know how to deal with that stuff, or they're really bad at dealing with that stuff, which is definitely not helpful. But it's a dangerous message to just say that adults never help, because that's definitely not true. You're basically saying, oh, there's no point in, you know, reaching out to an adult, which is definitely not true. Of course, like, if a bully is going to be an asshole, they're going to do it anyway. And, like, you reporting them sometimes can even make it worse, because they can go to you and be like, oh, so you reported me, huh? But like I said, if, like, worst comes to worst and your school isn't doing its job, you can always, if it's a possibility, of course, try and get your parents to get you to go to a different school or whatever. But it definitely depends on the school. And some teachers definitely aren't equipped to that. But at the same time, I don't know. It's a hard situation to be in. Yeah, of course, height doesn't mean anything. That teacher was known for saying stupid things to students. That's really stupid. Literally, all of my class is a piece of shit. They would lie about people bullying me. That's very annoying. Honestly, that's definitely a thing sometimes. It's like, especially when the people who are bullies are popular kids, sometimes you would report them and the teacher would, like, especially if it's in a classroom situation, the teacher's like, did they do anything? Did you see them do anything? And they're like, no, because they're like the popular kid and they want to be in good terms with them. And it's like, well, fuck you. But karma always gets them. Remember that, guys. Karma always gets them. Don't be a bitch to them, because karma will be a bitch to them. Trust and believe. Yeah, I noticed smaller schools have less resources compared to bigger schools. And sometimes I don't think it's necessarily the size of the school, but it's what they do with their resources sometimes. They can only do so much. It may come down to the parents. Yeah, it's one of those things, like teachers, like if they usually, um, like if they tell, like, let's say I'm a bully, right? If they tell my parents about me being a bully, and if my parents don't give a shit and they don't correct my behaviors, or they don't put me in therapy or whatever it may be, then I'm just gonna keep being an asshole. You know what I mean? It's very that. Like, teachers can only do so much, and there's a lot of rules and stipulations when it comes to just straight up expelling someone or whatever it may be. But you know, the only thing you can do is the best that you can, and hope for the best. And know that it's never about you. When someone bullies you, it's literally about them just being completely miserable on the inside. Sometimes they may have like a bad home environment, things like that. So, and they're basically taking it out on you. Most times it was very that. It was very like someone is an asshole or whatever, and they basically have a and you come to find out that like their parents are divorced or wherever it may be, you know what I mean? There's always a bunch of stuff going on, and it's not your fault at all, but unfortunately you just kind of have to deal with it, unfortunately. I had this teacher that I hated so much, she would make fun of me all the time. What? I wanted to like scream, and Karma got her by the principal. But part of me feels bad and part of me feels like she deserves that. No, if she was making fun of you, and she probably, if she made fun of you, she made fun of other people as well. She deserved it. You believe in karma? Yeah. Karma is a thing. The universe is fair. Sometimes it takes its time, but it tends to be pretty fair. Yeah, she's the one who messed up, yeah. Honestly, the best way to deal with bullies, I learned, is to be successful and live a happy life. If you show the bullies what they did to you and didn't harm you, they lose power and their whole plan was pointless. Karma is a beautiful thing. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I know, but like the principal was screaming at her in front of the class. Well, that wasn't really a good way to go about it, but at the same time, I'm glad they did it. At least the principal stood up for you guys. And if it's something that had to be done regardless. Honestly, it was good karma for you because you got to experience someone who embarrassed you getting completely embarrassed in front of the whole class. So that was literal karma. Like, if you ever were to doubt that karma was not a thing, remember that. Because that's literally karma. That's literally karma being karma. You know what I mean? Doesn't excuse their behavior. Oh, absolutely not. I'm not saying it excuses their behavior. I'm just saying, because like when you get bullied, you tend to think that you tend to believe them, or you tend to be like, something's wrong with me because they keep going for me. And it's like, no, it's literally with them. It's like there's something wrong with them. It's not you. I'm not saying it excuses their behavior, not at all. But I'm just saying, for you to be in the perspective of someone who's getting bullied, don't believe what they're saying because it's shit and they're shit. You know what I mean? I had a boy in my class who was 2 centimeters taller than me, still short for his age. He used to bully me a lot. I just ignored because I knew he was the one feeling bad. Yep. True, she's a piece of shit. Yeah. People tend to get what they deserve. Sometimes it takes time, like I say. But usually people get what they deserve. Yay, we're getting so close to 400. We can finally go to that last world. It's sure taking its sweet ass time, but we're getting there. Yay, a new painting. No, we're not gonna go there right now. Why so crabby? Ah. Same with like when someone bullies you for being gay or for being feminine. That's because they're the ones that value masculinity very much, and in their head they're like, how dare this person be what I want to be, but I can't because in my standards I can't do that, or I'm not allowed to do that in my house or whatever. You know what I mean? Or they feel like they're not allowed to live a life like that, so they take it out on you. Again, not saying it justifies their behavior. I'm just saying, yeah, it justifies their behavior. It doesn't excuse them. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why they're doing it. But, you know, doesn't mean it's okay for them to do it. I'm just, like, explaining that's why they do it. And it's important for you to know why someone does things. Because it's important for you to realize it's not because of you. It's not because you have something wrong or because whatever it may be. Like, it's important to know that they're insecure people and they want you to feel insecure like they're feeling right now. And it helps you deal with stuff because, like, for me, knowing that, like, when a troll comes in and they're being an asshole and they're being offensive and whatever, it's because, like, that's how they feel on the inside. So it doesn't make me feel better, but it definitely gives me that perspective, and I'm like, okay, it's not about me, it's about them. So, like, don't even bother, because it's not even about you. This is not a you thing. This is them being them and projecting. So it's like, whatever. But even good people do that. It's not like a thing where, like, only bullies project and only bullies do stuff. Like, so I joke about it sometimes, but it's true sometimes. Like, even like when a friend of you is being mean to you, or they're being salty, or they're being whatever, it's probably because they're, like, there's a part of them that is not doing that well that day, and they're just kind of, you know, giving you shit for it or whatever. I don't know. But I do joke about it. I'm like, wow, stop projecting, jeez. But it's true sometimes. Sometimes you're like, yeah, like, I definitely know that person is probably very much projecting at the moment. And also, one thing is, like, if you can, don't be an asshole back to them, because that's just gonna harbor more hate. That's just in general. Like, I understand sometimes you get frustrated, like I do. You guys see that sometimes with trolls here. Like, you get frustrated and you want to clap back and whatever, but sometimes being nice or just not giving them anything is the best answer. By the way, that teacher, one time I was swinging on the chair and fell, and she literally tried giving me detention. Well, I mean, you're not really supposed to do that in class. I mean, I did that all the time, but you're not really supposed to do that in class. So I can see why they would do that. Making fun of a student, it makes them an asshole. Doing that, it's kind of like them doing their job, though. I wouldn't say that would, you know, be... I wouldn't say doing that would warrant you a detention, but, like, you know, I can see where they come from with that. And being a teacher is hard. You have to also understand that. Like, being a teacher is hard. Sometimes they have to be extra mean, or they feel like they have to be extra... just extra, I guess, in order for people to respect them. So, you know. Yeah, but all the other kids did that and she focused on me. Yeah, it seems like it's definitely a thing. Like, she made fun of you, she focused on you on that stuff. Well, it is what it is. Did she get fired or whatever? Or did she just get yelled at? And also, you're kind of giving them what they want by focusing on them and talking about them. You know what I mean? Like, I've noticed as well sometimes is like, I mean, you're talking about the person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're spending time investing in them when it should be just like, you know what? Just let them be. And whatever, and they're annoying and whatever. I don't want to, like, bother. I don't want to put energy into that. There's better things to put energy into. And especially, like, you'll notice, like, when you focus on how much you hate someone or whatever, instead of focusing on the people you love or on the things that you love about someone, that's gonna make you also a little bit of a hateful person as well. That's gonna harbor hate inside of you to begin with. So it's definitely a slippery slope. So make sure to not be swallowed by the hate. Even when you get hate flown at you, like try and not like, get swallowed by it. Try and just like, it's easier said than done, but you know, trying is a good step, first step. I couldn't be a teacher, to be honest. It looks far too stressful. Yep, I wanted to be a teacher growing up, but then everyone around me was an asshole, and I was like, yeah, there's no fucking way I'm dealing with this shit when I'm an adult. Literally, I remember actively thinking that as a kid. I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this again when I'm an adult. Like, fuck this. And now as an adult, knowing that they get paid shit, it's like, well, honestly, if it's your passion, though, do it. You know, don't do anything for the money. Especially kids nowadays don't respect anyone. It's really, I mean, I don't think it's a nowadays situation. I just think it's a thing. Like, a lot of kids just don't respect adults. That's always been a thing. They're just, some kids are assholes. That's literally it. I don't think it's a thing of like nowadays. Because even back in my day, people were still like assholes and didn't really respect certain teachers and whatever. And it's like, wow. Like that, it's unfortunately always been a thing. She almost did, wait, she almost did what, Omar? She almost did because there was cameras in the class. So this teacher was attending the class. She noticed what she was doing to me, and then she reported me to the principal. She almost got fired? Is that what happened? I had a teacher who was an asshole and called me mentally stupid because I didn't answer her questions even though I was in 2nd grade and she was super scary looking. My dad sent her a picture of my high school graduation with my honor cards and all my speech and debate trophies. I was told she never bullied another student again. Karma also upset parents are powerful. Yep. I love that your parents were so petty to the point of like they waited until you graduated high school to do that to the teacher. Like, that's iconic. That's pettiness to the max. My parents are very petty. I love it. I know. That's petty to the max, bitch. It's funny because I was kind of the opposite. Like in elementary school, my teacher was like, I was pretty much top of the class. Like I was like, my teacher was pretty much like was all about me, and like I was her favorite and all that shit. I flopped at like the art section though. I always failed at that. But then through middle school, like my grades slowly just like plummeted. Being a teenager is difficult. Plus school, like, I don't think so. Okay, my grades didn't like plummet, but like I went from being top of the class to suddenly being like, I was basically a big fish in a small pond, and all of a sudden I was like just a fish in a pond. You know what I mean? Like I suddenly wasn't all that. And it shook me for a while. I was like, things aren't easy to me anymore. It also didn't help, and like this isn't like shade or anything, but like my parents really didn't like at the time my parents didn't really pursue education after elementary school, because back in the day, you have to understand that this was a long time ago, because my parents are both in their 50s. Basically, and we're from a very small town. Basically, if you're from a poor family like my parents were, both of them, you basically worked the second you could. So like literally they got the most basic education possible, which was 4th grade at the time. which was basically what was required at the time. And some teachers would even fail them a year so that they could be a kid for one more year. And then most of them would go to work like at like 10 or like 12 or whatever. Like, it was crazy. So like, you know, when by the time I was in middle school, my parents didn't really know how to help me because they, you know, they didn't learn that. They didn't go through that. So, you know. Oh, sorry. Let me catch up with what you guys are saying. This game is like, I get invested in it and all of a sudden you guys are talking a lot and I'm like, oh shit. Welcome back, David. Okay, yeah. Oh, I already read that. Your principal sounds awesome. I know, right? She almost got fired. Okay, that's nice. I mean, it would have been. She could have gotten fired. I would be happy with that. But at least she got embarrassed in front of the class. Yeah, but I think recently there are more kids disrespecting. My mom works in a study center, and she tells kids are way worse now. Really? That's annoying. I guess because they also have like horrible examples on social media and YouTube and all that stuff. Like some of them. So that's probably a thing as well. But that's annoying. My parents are very petty. I love it. Honor chords are 3.5 to 4.0 GPA, by the way. Oh. We do different scoring, so I don't know what that means. Like, that doesn't mean anything for me. Thank you for hosting, Anselmo. My principal is scary. She screams every day. A girl was getting a pencil from her classmate and she literally screamed at her for no reason. Well, that doesn't sound great. Yeah, they could get fired for that. I agree, Anselmo. Hi, how are you today? Yeah, my parents are almost 60 and only graduated high school. A college degree was never thought of. All A's, basically. Ooh, iconic. GG, Valley. GG. Yeah, but eventually my mom did get not higher education, but she did middle school education. But you know, at a certain point, she's like in her 40s, and then now in her 50s, it's like she doesn't really see a point in her like pursuing higher education because she has a job, and you know, it's most likely gonna be the job that once she retires, it's gonna be it. You know what I mean? So it's like that's probably not something she wants to invest her time in. And my dad as well, but my dad didn't even pursue anything above elementary school, excuse me. But I don't know, that doesn't make them stupid or anything, you know what I mean? It's like, it just means that they didn't really like study like math and history and English and shit like that you learn, you know, in middle school and whatever. So it's like, doesn't make them dumb because they have work experience and they definitely learn shit from work, and you know, and education is not just about school, because I don't see myself going to college anytime soon, but that doesn't mean I'm any less than anyone who goes to college and graduates college. Obviously I don't have the degree that they have, but that doesn't make them smarter than me or more educated than me. I think the main problem is parents don't educate them. Kids don't learn rules and are often very needy because parents don't spend time with them. Yeah, people are just very busy. And I feel like there's less of a filter on things these days because parents have their kids on social media and they have, you know, they give them iPhones as early as possible, it seems. And all that stuff. And it's like, it comes with a price. Having your kid exposed to the internet unsupervised has a price. Because if you think about it, most of us that are older, we grew up with the internet, yes, and our parents, I don't think, you know, I can speak for myself. My parents didn't really understand the internet. They still, they're still new to it. But they didn't really understand it, and how bad it could be for a kid. But at the same time, I was also growing up at a time where I was literally like, I remember getting internet for the first time. You know what I mean? It's like, how do I explain it? Like, basically, I remember internet literally getting installed into like the neighborhood. And like everyone was getting internet pretty much for the same time at the time. Do you guys understand that? It's like, it's very it's like, obviously I was new to it as well, but nowadays, like, you open the internet, you literally have access to everything. So it's like, and parents should know better because they grew up with the internet themselves. So these days, you should definitely be on your shit and know what your kids are doing. But a lot of parents are just too busy, or just honestly don't care and don't give their kids enough attention and whatever. But I feel like that's always been a problem. There's a bunch of people that literally were raised by a television and video games and whatever. So I don't know. It's always been like that. That's why I'm saying it probably feels like they're worse now, but I feel like I don't know. They probably got a little worse. Book smart and street smart, yeah. Both smart in different ways, yeah. I've had it officially. You think you're more than us because you went to art school or whatever? You think we don't read books? Wait, what? Where did that come from, Carlos? Hi. I had very limited time alone or playing video games. Oh, I see. I didn't really... my parents didn't really do that. But they were very kind of strict. So, like, I knew if I got caught doing something, it would be very bad. That's true. It just depends on if you did your work or you didn't pay attention. That's what I feel right now with my parents. I want to talk to them, but they don't have time. Lie. So like, I have no friends, and my mom always says to me, why do you spend so much time on the internet? Yeah, that's why. I feel like, you could try and sit down with them and kind of, try and get them to understand that it's not just a thing that you do because you're quirky or whatever. I don't know. I feel like sometimes communication isn't the greatest. I know because I've been a teen as well. So like, sometimes you just aren't the best at communicating and you expect your parents to just read your brain because they made you. And sometimes that's, most of the times, all the time, it's not a thing. You never know where you can find a friend. I actually met my best friend through defending her from a bully. We've been best friends for 23 years. Yeah. I always say this, pursue your hobbies and passions. Like, if there's a club at school that you would like to be a part of, join it. If there's an event happening and you get to be able to be a part of it, be a part of it. You'll make friends from it for sure. Detox to Serena Chacha. Oh my god, that was a deep cut. Disappointed but not surprised. You're a hot rod. Ew, Ash, get out. Gotta go. Bye. Bye, Carlos. Thank you for stopping by. So don't give up on finding friends IRL. It will happen in the most unusual way. Yeah. And honestly, even if you for a while just have friends on the internet, they're just as valid. Just because you don't see them physically in front of you doesn't mean that it's less of a friendship than an IRL friendship. And focus on what you do have. Instead of being like, oh, I don't have any friends. Oh, I don't have, like, focus on, yeah, I do have friends, but they're on the internet. That's not a bad thing, though. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you have stuff. Like, focus on the stuff you do have, because it's just as important. I touched the butt. Please no age talk in chat, especially if you're under the age of 18. How's it going, Ash? Yeah, it's a long time. When I was in middle school, I pretty much was friends with some people for like 9 years at some point. Like my last year of middle school, at that point I've known some people at max for like 9 years. Some of them for like 5, 3, 2, whatever. But like basically, like not most of them, but like half of my class at that point was people that I've known for like 9 years. I wrote a song about my crush on you. Wow, great. Can't wait to hear it. Yeah, my best friend is like my second sister. Yeah, absolutely. I always say this, like I always think of Ash as like my younger sister. It's true. It's like something that just happens. It's better to have internets that friends that care about you than fake ones IRL. Good friends are always good. Treasure them. Yeah, it doesn't matter where they come from. I wouldn't say it's better either way. I just, it's different. Long distance friendships are different. And there's definitely room for fakeness in internet friends, obviously. But finding people in I didn't mean to do that. Finding people in good communities, like in streams and in things like that, definitely helps. Young sister in your area. I hate it. Yeah, I mean, we talk shit about each other, but if someone talks shit about my friend, we roast them hard. I mean, talking shit about each other is not the healthiest thing, too. But I don't know. I guess there's a fine line to it. Just like, don't be too mean to your friends. Or don't let them be too mean to you, too. It's like, just because you're friends, you shouldn't have to take all their shit. Because at some point, it's like, wow, why do I even need to have, like, enemies when my friends are literally the ones roasting me every day? Why do I need a bug to, like, carry me underwater? I hate it. Ew, I hate it. Is the game good? The audio? I feel like it's a little quiet. But let me know. If it's good, it's good. Maybe he's a water bug? Maybe. I mean, the ocean is scary. For all we know, there's like water humans way down there and we have no idea. The ocean is scary. Did you guys even see that thing? Like, there's a study that, like, they're trying to, apparently, octopuses, are, like, low-key, high-key aliens. Like, people are making studies about them. And it's, like, there's a high chance that, like, certain, they say, like, octopus in general, that they're, like, aliens. That they could come from a different planet. It's like, wow. Yikes. And I mean, it would make sense because octopuses, I don't know how to say like the plural of octopus. But they're very much like incredibly smart. Like those videos of like them getting out of cages by themselves and like in water. Have you guys seen things like that? Those freak me the fuck out. Like at, not water parks, but like at, what are those called? Oh my god. Those places where they like, it's like a museum for water animals. Like aquariums? Is that a thing? Is that what you would call that? Like I've seen videos of like octopuses. I don't know, I'm just gonna call them octopuses. Of octopuses just like getting out of their own cage and bullying other animals or like running from other animals or whatever, and it's like, wow, fuck. You're from Porto as well? So am I. From Porto. I hate swimming because I drown in fear. Ooh, I can't swim. That's my thing, I can't swim. I love the ocean. Oh, sorry, I can't read everything right now. I promise after the level is over, I'm gonna read everything. But the ocean scares me as well. Don't worry, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone in that. The ocean is spooky. It's way too mysterious. I'm like, no, I don't trust you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust you. Yeah, most of the planet is water, and we've only discovered like 5% of it. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's fucked up. It's like there's a huge ocean that we haven't even like explored. Like, we know nothing about it. And like throughout time, spookier and spookier creatures keep popping up, and you're like, shit. You're like, the ocean is a spooky place. Lots of water in your area. Ew, stop. Water in your area. They make like little squishy sounds when you hit them. Oh, like you can kill these? Oh, that's very unfortunate. The unknown is not to be feared but embraced. Oh! I should not be looking at chat. Almost just died. Fuck. The light is coming to bring back that... Oh god. I always... The light is coming to bring... Wait, what is it? Oh my god. I forgot. How is it? The light is coming to bring back... Oh my god, I forgot. Ew. I forgot. I feel betrayed and attacked. Ew, I just ran into the thing. Ooh, iconic. To bring back... Wait, the light is coming to bring back what the darkness stole. No, that's not how it goes. I'm definitely fucking it up. The unknown is not to be feared but embraced. Who knows what amazing things we can find. Yeah, but it's scary. I don't fuck with the ocean. The biggest animal is a whale, and there can be something bigger we don't know about. Yeah, for all we know, the bottom of the ocean could be a giant ass animal. Probably not, but you know. Could be. Love in your area. The only thing I'm glad I don't have is spiders. Spiders are nightmares. Ew, spiders are disgusting. There was a bug. The thing I hate about summer is that there's bugs everywhere. And they're not afraid to stroll into your home. Yesterday I was battling a fucking bug. It was huge. It was disgusting. It couldn't fly, thankfully, but you know, it was nasty, 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 nasty. If you've played Subnautica, then you know what I mean. There's an animal bigger than the earth whale. I mean, it's a video game, but yeah. That's like, you know, fictional. The light is coming to take back everything the darkness stole. Oh, there you go. I got it. I got it. I got it back. Okay. I was like, shit, I need to get it back. In my country, there's no spiders. And once my family went to Australia, I went to there. And when I slept, I wake up 3 times to check if there's any spiders. Someone from Australia actually once told me that it's really not as much of a thing in the cities. Like, if you live in a city, like if you go to the city, it's usually, you won't just find like spiders and spooky animals just like willy-nilly. It's just not a thing. Like, it's not that much of a thing as we think it is from the outside. I don't know. I feel like in my home I would get like a regular ass spider that would be not dangerous at all, but I feel like just a regular ass spider that pops in someone's home in Australia is like a dangerous poisonous one. Like I can't. If I see a bug, I have to kill it or get it out of my room. Like I can't. Mostly I kill them because I panic that I panic too much and I can't get them out of my room peacefully. Especially if they skedaddle too quickly. Like no no no. Like no no. Land dweller in your area. I know, right? The summer is a nightmare. It's a disgusting season. The only season I like is winter. Ooh, I don't like winter either. I don't like I don't like either of the extremes. I like spring and fall. I can't do winter because it's too cold and there's only so many layers you can put on. And then there's summer, which is like there's only so many layers you can take off. So it's like it's a lose-lose situation pretty much. But if I were to choose between winter and summer, I would choose winter because like I said, you can put on a lot of layers. Um which is the better alternative than showing my body. But I don't know. I'm probably going to work on my body. I need to work on my body. It's not a probability. I need to work on my body. I'm okay with bugs as long as they stay out of my space. If they get in, bitch, you're gonna die. Yeah, but I heard in the countryside. Yeah, in the countryside, you're fucked. They told me that. Um, it's only a problem in like if you're in the city, you should be okay with Australia. Um, but yeah, if you live in the countryside, it's gonna be a little more spooky. The light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. I hate winter. I only like it during Christmas. I love having a white Christmas, but after that, go away winter. I don't kill spiders if they're far away. I catch them and put them outside, but if they're in my personal space, bitch, you're dead. No, I panic too much. I have to get rid of them. There's actually a couple clips of me freaking out because of bugs. I can't. I don't know. I heard in Australia there's kangaroos in the street, snakes in toilets, spiders everywhere. No, it's not. It's not. I literally had someone from Australia tell me it's not a thing. It's like, if you're in the city, you should be fine. Like, yeah. But if you're in the countryside and things like that, it's like, well, yeah. Or if you're more to the desert, if you go towards the desert and whatever, you're gonna find scorpions and shit like that. But if not, you should be fine. You really should be fine. I've had people from New Zealand and Australia tell me that. They're like, it's not that extreme. I kill every bug. Hi, Shadow. Says I hate spiders, shows them spider. Ew, I hate when people do that. It's so annoying. Like when people know that you don't like spiders and they show you like footage of it on purpose and they're like, and they laugh at you and like, sometimes it's a thing that my parents will do sometimes to annoy me. Which is like they see a spider or a bug that they know I would be scared of and they will just point at it and laugh and just wait for me to look back and get scared. And it's like, wow, thanks for the betrayal. UK, there's bats and spiders. Well, I've seen bats before here too. But again, it's like in the countryside. If you're in the countryside, you're gonna see a lot of bugs You're gonna see a lot of creatures. But like, you can't just generalize shit like that. It's like if you're in the city, there's not gonna be a bat in your home. Like, it's not a thing. That's not how life works. The song is like spicing it up, so I feel like we're gonna get drama. The light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. Iconic. Bats are beautiful. Nice. I don't really fuck with bats either, but you know, I know they're a thing. I live in California, so I think bats are cute. I can't. Bats are harmless. Most eat fruit and small rodents. But that's the thing, like, I don't necessarily get scared of bugs or creatures in general because I fear them. Most of the time it's because I find them disgusting. It's like bats are pretty much like flying rats, which is no, you know, like kind of nasty if you think about it. I just find bugs nasty. That's the thing. I just don't want them to touch me. I just get repulsed and I'm like, no, don't touch me. No, get out. Welcome back, Carlos. Oh my god. This character is fun because she literally bitch slaps people. It's quite iconic. Oh, bats are not harmless. Yeah. They can kill you. They could have rabies. Yeah, it's... Bats are disgusting. Gets shook as Ruby insults my animal... my vampire animal form. I'm sorry. Just make sure to be wearing like a cute bow and I'm like, oh, that's Valley. It's fine. I know she won't have rabies. Oh, I wonder if there's anything behind here. Have you seen a flying fox though? I haven't. I don't think I have. I don't think I've seen a flying fox. That sounds cute. That sounds very cute. My friend hates me because I showed him Subnautica Reaper Leviathan in VR. Ooh, Subnautica in VR? I would shit my pants. I would shit my pants with regular Subnautica. I was watching a show called Bad Girls All-Star Battle, and it's a reality competition show, and there's a challenge where you have to eat eyeballs, bugs. Ew! Why would you do that? Also, wow, thanks for... I can't read that shit. Histoplasma capsulatum, which is lethal for patients. I will send you a flying fox pic. They look like puppies with wings. Oh my god. That's iconic. But like, can they actually like fly? Or do they just hover? Do they just like glide? Is that a thing? That sounds quite iconic though. The light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. Suck my ass. No. Oh well, sorry, but I do like bats. Wow. All of that for you to say that you like bats. Ruby, Carlos. Ruby doesn't get all the medical talk. I got it. I find them kind of cute. That's so funny though. You're like, they're disgusting. They could kill you. They're definitely not harmless, and you're like, they're cute though. Like, I don't know, I like them. I was like, wow, Carlos. The light is coming to bring back everything. I said if he did it, I would do it. That happened like a month ago, and I'm still scared. I even have a flying fox plushie. Oh my god. I also think bats are kind of cute. I hate it. Nope, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I guess some of them are kind of cute, but like, I don't know. I say that from just looking at pictures, because if I know for a fact most animals, if I see them in person, I freak out at them. I panic so much, to be honest. Oh, can you not? I get a sub badge that is a bat with a bow in our review, Ruby. Yes! I don't know how that would look as a badge, but that sounds very iconic. Oh my god. I'm picturing like the Batman bat symbol thingy, but like with a bow. Iconic! They are rats that I can actually fly. Oof, I hate it. It's scary as all hell. Subnautica is awesome. Yeah, I can't. I've seen a lot of people get scared by it too. Have y'all been thinking about the sub badges? I honestly haven't been putting too much thought into it, which is very bad of me. Oh shit. Shit on me. Okay. I think I know. I'm probably gonna talk with my emote artist, because she also does sub badges. So I'm probably gonna go over like the Ruby idea with her and be like, okay, so obviously I want rubies to be a thing. Like, how would you recommend me do it? And then she could probably give me some ideas or something. Especially because you have to think about it. As an affiliate, I think we only get like 3 options. So like, you know, kind of want pixel art. Yeah, I think pixel art is mostly the way to go. Because it's really tiny. So pixel art would look really nice. But I don't know. I think it would depend on what... I don't know. I honestly need to look at what she has done also. Because I like her work, so I want to keep working with her. And to kind of have the same art style throughout my channel. Also that, you know, that's a thing I would like. One time I was... same thing with the sea dragon. One time I was just minding my own business and I sat to watch a YouTube video. Then I looked to my left, a giant ass owl is just knocking on my window. Ew! Something similar happened to my dad though. He was like he was gonna go smoke in the living room, which is like, you know, like, I guess karma got you, bitch. Not in the living room, but like he went to the window to smoke, and there was an owl there, and it scared the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of him, apparently. Oh, I want to get that. Christina, hi. How are you doing, my queen? My queen. Oh shit. Oh, I wanna swing. No, no, no. I'm gonna die. God damn it. The light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. Fuck. How do I get it? You can post it on the Discord if you don't mind. I don't like having links in chat. It takes away from the stream. Fuck me up. Owls are so beautiful. I love them. I just love animals in general. Yeah, I honestly, I don't hate animals, but I get very anxious around animals. I guess that's one way to put it. I get very anxious around animals. Oh, please. Oh. Oh my Jesus Christ, on a biscuit and a half. Love owls too. I'm alright. How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Foxy is in the pictures. Ooh, I'm gonna look at it. Honestly, the only animal I can be around with and not be too anxious is doggos. But certain doggos can sense that you have like that you're like anxious or nervous, and they will go after you harder. So I just get a little anxious. Also because animals are so unpredictable. At least some of them are. Oh, I've made a mistake. Iconic. The light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. I don't have the Discord. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Christina. Now I gotta go. See ya someday. Bye, Carlos. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. And try not to get too stressed with school. Take care of yourself. Literally, I'm anxious around all animals except rabbits. They're so cute. Oh my god. My grandma... Oh. I'm not streaming with Christina. I'm definitely not streaming with Christina today. My bad. We'll just ignore that. We'll just ignore that. I'm there in spirit. Yeah, right. Of course. You're still sitting on me? Oof. Probably not, because it's summer. See that pink confetti? That's me. Iconic. I'm there in spirit. Aw. I'm nervous around humans. They're scary and weird. I mean, I'm anxious around everything and everyone, really. But animals are so unpredictable. I can't. My fan is coming tomorrow. I just got a text about him. Fuck yes. The light is coming. Oh, we're running out of levels, aren't we? My hubby's actually afraid of most dogs. He was attacked many times as a kid by large dogs. I got traumatized as a kid as well because of a dog. It didn't bite me or attack me, kind of. But basically what happened was there was this tiny little dog in my neighborhood. And it was like a stray dog. So I was going to pet it, but he thought I was going to slap him. So he just kept running after me and barking at me. And I was like so petrified because I knew for a fact it was going to, you know, snack on my booty. And I was so terrified of it. And then in the future, because of that experience, I got nervous around dogs. And then dogs can seem to be able to sense that nervousness. And and they like just go harder for you, and you're like, used to be afraid of dogs, yeah. I'm still kind of on that side. Um, I don't mind dogs. I'm just more of a cat person. I prefer a chill roommate over a hyper furry child. I guess it depends on the dog though, and I guess it would depend on the cat. Honestly, if I were to have an animal, I would want a doggo because they're usually more cuddly. They're usually more, not needy per se, but they want your attention. They specifically want your love and attention. While I feel like cats are more like independent, and they're like, ew, don't bother me. And also, I've been scratched by a couple cats in my lifetime. I'm like, well, fuck you too, bitch. I was gonna pet you and give you lots of love, but you're gonna betray me like that? Fuck you. Nitty mean, very that. The light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. Oh, that was smooth. I don't even know where to go. And that's the T. There was probably something down there. Wait. I feel like humans are a lot more unpredictable. If you know characteristics of animals, it's pretty easy to know when to engage or not. Most animals don't have agendas. I mean, that's with humans. If you know someone, you're gonna know that they most likely don't have an agenda. Obviously, that's gonna be the same for animals. It's like, oh, don't worry. Like, like for example, I would trust Cassie because she's Christina's, but I don't. Like, if Christina was, like, reassuring me, like, oh, she's okay, don't worry, she's not gonna snatch your wig off. I'm like, okay, cool. And that's with people as well. It's like, oh, don't worry, she's nice, actually, like, whatever. I don't know. It's just, like, humans are more communicative, and I can... With humans, there's ways that you can, like, have your distance and still engage. With like animals, they're like they are less inclined to follow your to respect your personal space and to not attack you physically. Which is not to say that humans wouldn't do it, but I don't know. But it probably stems from me also not really interacting with animals that often. I hear that all the time about cats. All cats have I have are all independent but cuddly. Just keep the nails trimmed. Yeah, I can't with cats. Like, I had a friend of mine in high school. She literally, like, came to school all scratched out. And she was like, my cat, blah, blah. And I was like, I would think to myself, like, and you're proud of that bitch? Like, she's literally, like, literally attacking you. She's literally physically leaving wounds on your body, and you're like, huh, isn't she so cute and funny and quirky? And I'm like, no, bitch. No, she's not. She's like a fucking serial killer. And when I would say all scratched out, like literally her arms would have scratches, her legs would have scratches. I was like, girl. And sometimes they weren't like tiny scratches either. It's like, well, girl, that's kind of a problem. Love cats because I feel like they're more selective. So when a cat picks you to be their human, it's true love. I guess that's true. Well, I'm gonna head off. I've been awake since 9 p.m. till 6:45 p.m. 5 a.m. I would assume. Bye bye, Ruby. Bye, Omar. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. I went to a cat cafe and I wanted to take the one home. He would not leave me. Aw, baby. I hate when a delicious breakfast bowl is ruined by large bits of herbs. Like, I really didn't want a mouthful of that to ruin the whole dish, and now that's all I can taste. Ew. There are certain herbs, even my mom sometimes, it's not herb, it's like a leaf that she sometimes puts in her food. But I don't like the specific taste of that, and if it's like attached to something, that's all I'm gonna be able to taste, and I'm like, yeah, I hate it. I wouldn't be able to tell you what it is. I mean, I could probably if I asked her what it was and then translate it to you guys, but that's a lot of work, and we don't care that much about that, to be honest. Also, what's a breakfast bowl? What what kind of shenanigans does a breakfast bowl entail? To be fair, some animals aren't developed enough to understand personal space. Most animals are just trying to survive and live their lives and sometimes end up in the wrong places. Yeah, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like... Ah! Everything about you is perfect. Yay! Lunabelle, your smile is beautiful. Thank you so much for the 2 month resub. Guys, I feel like I'm kind of becoming a little bit like of a psychic or something. Because like the other day I was literally like the day like I think it was 2 days ago. I was thinking about Carlos and I was like, I wonder what he's up to. It's been a while, I miss him. And then he shows up the next day to the stream. Literally, I'm not even fucking with you. Like yesterday. And then this morning a little bit, I was like, oh, I wonder I wonder if Lunabelle's been doing well. Like I was literally thinking that. I was like, I wonder if she's doing well. It's been a while since I've seen her. I hope everything's all right. And then you literally come in and you snatch me, and I'm like, she's here. She's here. She's really here. But it's crazy. It's kind of crazy. That's so Ruby. I know, it's crazy. But welcome back, and thank you so much for the sub, Lunabelle. I love you and appreciate you. Um, well, breakfast bowls just tend to have random breakfast things: eggs, veggies, potatoes. Oh, that I wouldn't say any of those things are breakfast things to me, but I get you. It's so expensive, though. I live in a good neighborhood, so I feel safe to walk my dog at night, and I kind of want to stay here instead of moving to a cheap but scary place. Yeah, I get you. Because you're basically paying for the safety as well, for the neighborhood. I was thinking about you yesterday. Aww. Yeah, I was literally thinking about you. It's crazy. I was like, oh, it's been a while. I wonder if she's doing well. I hope she's doing well. It was very that. This one has tofu, sausage, spinach, potatoes, and cheese. Ooh, that sounds lovely. That's so me, to be honest. It's the future he can see. Could be deja vu. I don't think that's what deja vu means. Deja vu is when you look at something and your brain is trying to associate it with something, but it can't find anything. So it's like, oh, you've done this before, but you haven't. But this is not that. This is literally me like thinking about someone and being like, oh, it's been a while. I hope everything's okay with them. And then literally the next day or like within that week, that person shows up, which is very likely. I understand that. It's not like that crazy of a chance. But, it happened 2 days in a row and I'm kind of getting scared. No, but seriously, it's like, wow, okay. Exactly, Ruby, yeah. What the fuck do you eat for breakfast? I don't know, like cereal, yogurt, fruit, oatmeal. Uh, I guess pancakes could be a thing as well. Um, like I don't know. Think of me coming tomorrow and I'll make sure I don't. Wow, thanks. You would have to be missing for a while for me to like be like, oh, I wonder if Christina's doing well. Like I don't know, it's not that common here for us to like eat eggs and bacon and veggies and like cooked stuff. It's not that common. You don't do savory breakfast there though, like sometimes because all of that is breakfast food here too. I don't think savory stuff is that like that common here. Some people do it, obviously. Like eggs for breakfast is very, I wouldn't say it's very common, like everyone does it, but I would say the most common things, and my fellow Portuguesians in chat can confirm or deny this, but from my understanding, the most popular things are like bread, and like breaded stuff, or like people go to cafes and things like that, and they have like a little like they have little, not cakes necessarily, but they have like pastries, they have like juice, they have milk or coffee. Usually it's not really like, toast is also a thing. French toast could be a thing. But usually we don't really do bacon, but some people do it, obviously. That's definitely a thing that I understand as like a breakfast food. But from my understanding, it usually tends to not go that well. Like, not it's not that way, not that well. It's usually not a thing that happens that commonly, at least from my understanding. Yeah, bread, milk, cereal, pastries, coffee. Yeah, those are more like the more common ones. I think we're more into pastries here. That's the thing. There's a bunch. Like there's, and Martimus can attest to this. Portugal has this obsession. I think it's an European thing as well, with coffee shops. There's a bunch of coffee shops, like places where people can like get espressos and things like that. And expressos are the most common thing. Yeah, that's a lovely one. If I ever go, I don't know if how well that would make in how well that would taste in a suitcase or whatever. Coffee shots are popular everywhere, to be honest. No, but like, it's a very characteristic European thing. Like when you go to a coffee shop here and you don't really ask for like, you don't really have those big cups that you would have in the US. It's usually just like a tiny little cup. It's very much an European thing. It's a typical European thing. And people, a lot of times they just take it at the counter. Like they don't even like sit down to get it. They don't take it in a cup to go. It's literally just like a tiny little thing, and they just like stir it, and they just like swoop, it's a shot, and they just take it, and they just go by their day. Like it's rare here to find places that have the big cups and serve more variety of drinks. I know you have that, Christine. I'm just saying it's a more European thing. It's like a more common thing here. Like in the US, how many people actually do that? Most likely you guys just put an espresso shot in one of those giant ass cups and drink like an Americano and just like, but that's people usually just put it in their coffee because people are nuts. Yeah. But literally a nice Americano is like a couple shots of like just coffee. And they put it, and they just like fill the rest of the cup with water and ice. Like that's literally a nice Americano. Breakfast is not my friend right now. I was betrayed by a breakfast sandwich and I can't look at it. Oh no. Nuts, you. They have nice coffee shops like that here. No, but here, like Martimus can attest to it. It's like entire neighborhoods, and they have like, I don't know, it's a very like, people that come from the outside, they definitely point that out about Portugal and about Europe in general, that like there's a big culture here of like, you go into a coffee shop, there's a bunch of people at the counter just like taking their shot, drinking a newspaper real quick, and then going about their day. It's not a thing of like, you rarely ever see people walking around with a drink in their hand and things like that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not a thing as much of like as it is in the US. Like the big cups and all that stuff, it's very much a US thing. Like here, pretty much the only places that do that are like McDonald's, which is an American brand, and Starbucks, and other fast food places that are obviously not traditionally European and Portuguese. But yeah, usually the breakfast here is like more of like pastries. People are way into pastries here in Portugal. Bread, pastries, and things like that are very much a common thing. I like Americanos. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're just drinking a very diluted shot of coffee or 2 shots of coffee or whatever. But it's not a bad thing. I take that sometimes too. Like every once in a blue moon, if I really want coffee or whatever, I will take like this cup, for example, which is a pretty big cup. And I just fill it with, I just put a lot of ice in it, and I just, because I don't like warm coffee, that's like my thing. Coffee shops are usually in Portugal. Everyone drinks short espressos and a little, yeah, the little pastry tends to be, extra stuff. But there's like a lot of people own their own little coffee shops, but they're usually, you would think that's a good thing, but Martimus can also attest that it's usually not. They all have the same kind of layout. They all sell the same things, and they all do the same exact stuff. Sometimes what varies is like some of them have different ice cream brands available, but most like Artemis can literally attest to this. It's like, it's a weird layout situation. Like all of them, like they're all owned by different people. Like everyone owns their own coffee place and all that stuff. But like all of them have this one layout that it seems to like one size fit all kind of situation. It's like, I guess it's the formula, like they got it and it's like the thing that they go to. But it's so funny. Like local businesses and things like that, they all like look the same. It's so funny. Like I can literally think of like, probably if I think, I can think of like 5 off the top of my head in like my neighborhood or like in the premises that literally, if you go in it, it's like literally the same. They have the same sort of even down to like the cigarette like vending machines. Like they all have the same stuff. It's like, it's actually kind of iconic, but like it's weird as well. But they have this very like weird, very simple and basic layout to them. Warm coffee. Yeah, I don't like warm coffee. The only hot drinks that I can that I like is tea. I can deal with like a latte or like hot chocolate. I haven't had hot chocolate in a long time though. But it's funny because like if you go to one of those coffee shops and you ask for like a hot chocolate, they would like look at you weird. If you ask for like iced coffee, they would look at you weird. It's like there's a lot of quirks when it comes to our coffee shops here. And it's hard to explain without being like, sounding like it's something that, It's like saying like, when I'm like, me and a lot of people from Europe don't really, like, it's very common for us to not really taste foods that aren't from the culture that we're from. So basically a lot of food that we experience is like Caucasian. And of course that's not to say a lot of people, especially Americans, they tend to be like, what, like, don't you guys have tacos? Don't you guys have this? Don't you guys have that? We do, but it's a very weird European thing of like, here's the best way for me to explain it. So like America takes other cultures and makes their own version of them, but Portugal doesn't really do that. So unless you're like, let's say in order for there to be a Mexican place here, you would have to be a Mexican person owning a place, so that you would be, so like you would know what to do and you would serve things that are traditional to that culture. Portuguese people, and I think European people in general, don't tend to have that tendency to like take someone's culture and do their own thing with it. So they just like, everyone just kind of does similar stuff. But it's like our traditional Portuguese places and things like that. You can more easily find that than like a Mexican place or whatever. But obviously those are still a thing, but you just kind of have to go either to the city or to kind of, obviously look it up and find those places. But it's a thing that a lot of Americans get surprised. And every once in a while, you also see on social media, like when artists or like drag queens like go tour in Europe, they're like, the food here sucks. It's like, no, it's because you're going to a place that is mostly Caucasian and you're expecting them to nail a culture that you can easily access back home. So, like, unless you're going to a place that actually knows what they're doing, if you get like a place that is not typical Portuguese in a Portuguese place, you're not going to expect it to be good because the people who made it aren't of that culture. You know what I mean? So, like, they don't really know what they're doing and they're kind of fucking it up. Yeah, it's my favorite coffee place is Forza's. It has the same vibe you're describing. Once winter comes, I will get you a tin of white hot chocolate. Oh my god, Shadow, please. I'm sure they sell those things here in like grocery shops and things like that, but I don't know. It's not as convenient as in the US. I have to pee, guys. So